Hello guys, I want to drop a video. I want you to watch this video. You will understand and see the reason why we Nigerians we must stand behind Peter Obi. Guys, this information is very, very important. Very, very important. You understand and see the reason why we need a man like Peter Obi. What Nigeria need at this stage is integrity. Because if we check or look around what is happening, anybody that comes up that wants to do the work, the person won't do the work, they will blackmail the person because of the person's past. See the case of Senator Natasha. They try to blackmail her with every possible means, but they don't find anything to hold against her. That is why today she's standing tall with her head up high. She's standing tall. So guys, that is the same thing that is applicable to Peter Obi. Imagine for 2 years, Showore fights Peter Obi for 2 years. As they look for every evidence against Peter Obi, if he produce any. That kind man, no reach wey be say Nigerians go rally round. Guys, I beg watch and I beg make una forget this tribal thing. Say na Igbo on this. Me as I dey so, I know they send whether it be Igbo, Hausa or Yoruba. Anybody want one rule, make a rule. But make it be say it be somebody wey be say this person go fit show us the way. Nigerians so far we don't need Messiah. That is just it. We should take Messiah out from our mind. But we need somebody that will direct us, lead us to the normal direction. And they hear people, they talk, say, Nigeria will get better. Nigeria will get better. Yes, I believe in that new Nigeria. But Nigeria will not get better with this set of leaders that we are seeing right now. Presently, yes, on weekend, with, what is the name of the hotel? J3 Hotel. I mean, a J waiting hotel. I make una check, they deny it's not being get them. In 3 children named na JJJ. Tell me how that thing be coincidence. So guys, I beg watch this video. You go understand and see the reason why we really need to support Peter Obi. And drop your comment on this in the comment section. Knowing fully well that Peter Obi, nobody is saying he's the Messiah. He's not saying that he's going to turn Nigeria around 100%. But all he keeps saying is that he's going to put Nigeria in the right path. And the way, the stage, Mona check and the stage where Nigeria did now. If we see who put us in the right path and we say this right path is actually working and somebody else enter, won't turn them around, by then you go say Nigeria, waiting happen for Nepal go happen. So guys, make we no let waiting happen for Nepal happen, no, because a lot of people lost their life and we don't want to lose our life. All we need now, we say 2027, make we stand, vote. And as you dey vote, make sure say they count your vote. As they count and they go, every political parties, una go make sure say una get representative where as they carry and go the next collation center. We will not just sit down, tie our hands together, and put our faith in the hands of corrupt INEC. According to Peter Aka, he said INEC na the principality fashioned against Nigerians. So we really need to stand up against that principalities fashioned against our people. So guys, I beg watch, drop a comment on this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. As you now take a look.
I just wanted to say my condolences to Nigerians. Not because they are dead, but at this rate on which the level of taxation is taking negative effect on their lives. I'm not so sure, but there will not be too many casualties. And these are the people that this government has sworn by the Quran, in this case, to protect their lives and make their life comfortable. What a shame. Without no retroactive effect or positive one on their lives. And that's why I say my condolences to Nigerians.
To me that, Peter Obi doesn't spend money. But I can tell you, I'm supporting a school of nursing and on soccer, where there's no such thing, with over 150 million naira. I gave them just about 70 million in the past 2 weeks. For me, that's what money is meant for.
That's right.
Money is not meant for Peter Obi to go and take title and change his name that God gave him. My name is Peter Obi. If you call me Okute, that is your own business. But I'm not going to give you money for it. If you want, that's it. And again, so there's no time to stop making money.
That's right.
But there's a time to start using it to help other people who are there. If you go to a place they call Balogu, in trade fair, they will show you that Peter Obi built 100 stores, but I don't own one. I gave each of them to one young man. As at the time I built it, it was 250,000 naira. Today, you can't buy that shop for 50 million. But those people I gave it to are ready to do this because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
That's right.
So for me, you don't stop. The second person asked a question. He said, let me go to that one who said, what do we do today?
Bringing it in this time.
It's time that it looks difficult. Quite frankly, it looks difficult, but there's opportunities. People say to me, how are we going to change Nigeria? Every day, people say, Peter, what are you going to do this? Even this dollar I'm telling you now, how are we going to change the rates? How are we going to do?
Yes.
There's opportunities in Nigeria today. That opportunities are in so many areas, starting from, it requires patience, it requires sacrifice. Today, the highest inflationary item or cost of inflation in Nigeria is what? Food.
Every day.
Agriculture.
Yes.
So there's opportunity there. Today we have a situation where, again, because government is not organized, we're not doing enough exports. I just said it 2 days ago, everywhere. If you go to, I spent a week in Bangladesh, it will shock you. People who own small tailoring industry, they've put in place where if you hear that they are doing garment export from Bangladesh of $50 billion,
That's right.
which is about our Nigerian entire export, they are doing it for just clothing. It is individuals that are doing it. If you hear that they are doing manufacturing in China and everything, I tell you what, one of the businesses I do as a trader, when I started importing it in Nigeria, it was manufactured by husband and wife. Only husband and wife in Singapore.
Now, going back to your words, when you look at the narrative of individuals being attacked, Peter Obi is one of the most highly attacked individuals in Nigerian politics as of today. And not because he is Peter Obi, no, it's because what he's bringing to the table. He's changing the narrative from an old order to a new order. I give you a simple example. A couple of days ago, we were just talking, myself and him, and he was giving me a story of what transpired in the 250 million saga. You never hear this kind of stories except you hear it from the horse's mouth. And I was amazed because I've been with him for quite a long period of time, but in the way he narrates the story, it shocks me that such an information is not in the public domain. Do you know that because people want to label him with those kind of funny narrative, they were counting that it was a $250 million. Meanwhile, the money was about 250 million naira. And this man is amazing. He stood there to be scrutinized, even when the money was not carried because of him, but for something else in the interest of his states, purchase of cars or by a contractor and all of that. And this particular story is taped by the security agency and it's in the public domain. But yet people go about carrying a propaganda. I want to challenge any Nigerian candidate that can present himself for scrutiny of this nature. None of them can face the scrutiny of the security agency. That's why up to now they've looked for every nook and corner to find any negative thing about him. They couldn't find it. I want to talk about the issue of doctors. The story was this. He purchased ambulances for resident doctors and government clinic.
That's when he was a governor.
Yes, when he was a governor. And when these ambulances were there, a chief of his kingdom was called that his wife was sick. Apparently, he lost the wife. And while they were there was a launching he did about the ambulances. And when he launched the ambulances, they were telling you that 15 minutes when you call the ambulance was there. When this situation happened, none of them were there. So he called only a private clinic and all. This is a man who hates incompetency, and this is what we are not used to in Nigeria.
You know, sir, I've watched
You know, I'm giving you this story so that you can understand the level of lies and propaganda that will not stick on him. It will not stick. It's just like you putting a butter on a plain hot skin. You see, it just melt and then go away. That is the quality of what you see in
oil and water.
Yeah.
I never mix. I've watched a viral video of the former governor of Anambra State and Labour Party presidential candidate serving food at a function. Some have criticized him of being desperate for power. What do you think?
Oh, you see, these are some of the lies too, because we are used to having the rich showing high and mighty in the society. We're not used to seeing the rich going low, serving the poor. That particular program, I was there. I was fortunate to be there. If you watch some of the pictures, you see me right behind him. So when we got in, I was just looking at him. He was serving, and I was wondering, Excellency, what are you doing? He said, Tanko, you don't understand. What we are doing today is that we are reversing the case in our society. Let's take care of the poor. Let's serve the poor. Normally, it is the poor person that will be running up and down trying to see him. So people are not used to seeing it. And in there, too, he was not the only one who served. The priest and all, it was a ceremony on that day. That is what they do in the church in that day. And I have witnessed. And I don't blow somebody's trumpet because I don't gratify it. I don't do it. It's not my nature. I say what I see. I have been in Meduguri with him when he was serving almajiris. The pictures are there. I posted it myself. He decided to take care of them because these are children who need care, who need somebody to show them love. Imagine a Peter Obi serving you food. You will feel elated. Some of the people at that particular program refuse to eat and say until when Peter Obi served them. So that is the beauty. These are things, that is the narrative and the politics in Nigeria that he is trying to change. And people are not getting it.
Where is Peter Obi now? In the Labour Party that APC is saying is fragmented, is disjointed, you don't know which one is which, or in the ADC coalition? Where is Peter Obi now?
Probably the fragmentation comes from their infiltration. Okay, Peter Obi is a member of Labour Party. He has made it categorically clear. But he is a part of the ADC alliance for 2027.
Okay.
Clearly. So he doesn't own two political party cards. And right from the beginning, if you know, this is a coalition of individuals. He's not the only one even. His Excellency Vice President Atiku Abubakar is not a member of ADC. Neither is Malam Nasru El Rufai. So I don't know what they will do. The problem is that, you know, let me not use this word. Even the poo-poo of Peter Obi makes sense to some other persons.
Now, let me address one more. Help us address one more of these narratives you're talking about before we go to some other things. The question of, I've listened to it.
Yes.
You know. And frankly, I don't know how I felt. Let me not say how I felt here, but the tape where he dotted every single statement he made discussing with Oyedepo, with daddy. What about that? I mean, the talk is that it was leaked. I mean, wasn't that what happened?
No. Did you ever hear from Peter Obi saying that was exactly what happened?
So,
he's a man of his own. He speaks to the issues. And besides, when somebody relates with individuals, somebody will go and tape it. You know we are using AI nowadays. Anything can
Are you saying it's AI?
Anything can be doctored at this particular time.
It wasn't his voice? Because
Did
I thought I was hearing his voice.
Of course. Did you ever hear AI doctoring your voice? It doctors it and then you make it look as if it's real. So either the two parties have been asked questions, and what did they tell you? Did they say that they are the one who discussed this particular matter?
All right. Governor Soludo says any politician pledging to serve one term must have some mental problem and needs to undergo a psychiatric test. That anyone with a functioning brain shouldn't say that. What do you make of that statement?
And at the same time, he came out and said he was not referring to His Excellency Peter Obi. But that's true or false? But then here it's true. Look,
no, because Peter Obi was the only person. I think you gave the letter to the coalition, if I'm right.
Yeah.
About one term.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you did.
No,
so, let me he's the only person who was talked about one term.
Let me tell you. J.F. Kennedy, yes, Abraham Lincoln, spent 4 years as a president in the United States. And he did extremely well. His records are there. General Murtala Muhammad, even though he's a military agent, 6 months.
He was killed.
Within that 6 months, but he was still performing.
He talked about JFK, also was assassinated. He talked about Nelson Mandela.
Even recently, our own dear Musa Yar'Adua, how many years did he spend? But he was making an impact. When you say you are going to do something, it behoves on you as a leader to be able to exemplify and do that exact what you said you did. Because the decay in the system, the deficit of trust become inevitable in our country. But when you listen to Peter Obi, listen to him carefully, he will choreograph and arrange exactly what he intends to do. He's not a lazy, laissez-faire kind of a leader. Even as of today, there is no political party candidate that have kept this country, this government on their toes, like the opposition ought to be doing, like Peter Obi, because he speaks to the issue. He doesn't talk about individual. He talks about issues that concern everybody, pulling people out of poverty, making sure there's a health facility in Nigeria, taking to look about the roads, how we link up. When you're talking about government trying to build terminal buses in 6 places, which is about 146 million naira compared to the total health budget of Nigeria, about 140. What is your priority? Is it bus terminals or the health of the Nigerian people? These are the kind of things that we are being presented in this country. And Peter Obi would never take anything like that. So he will deal with the issues. And he will deal with the issue that concerns the ordinary man headlong. First year, deal with issue of agriculture affecting the people positively. When you get when you get hunger out of the system, the people start producing and you start making income into the country. You've made a mark. You talk about the issue of electricity. You've made a mark. So these are simple things that this particular government are not taking notice of. He deals with the issue that concerns the people.
Obi promised it was only death that could do him part with the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA. But analysts say hardly had Ojukwu died, Obi dumped ABGA, joined the PDP. In 2023, he dumped PDP when he couldn't get the presidential ticket, and is now romancing ADC while still in AP. So, can you trust? The question of trust arises there. He said, only death would separate him from ABGA, but of course he's off ABGA.
It's off ABGA, but when you look at the...
And he moved from ABGA to PDP, from PDP, LP, ADC.
And when you look at the issue of ABGA at every point in time during that particular period, there was a different scenario completely. There's a lot of confusion. The ABGA of Peter Obi was not the ABGA that he left. The ABGA that he was talking to Odumegwu Ojukwu leadership. It was intact. There was no internal squabbles and there was no problem. The same thing that happens within the other political party. He's a stickler for rules and regulations that affects that particular political party for the interest of the people.
Why did he leave PDP?
When he leave PDP, he was clear that the PDP
didn't get a ticket.
No. It has nothing to do with it. He didn't even contest as a contestant at that time.
Getting the ticket to contest.
He wasn't even contesting at that time. He was not. But he was a vice presidential candidate with Atiku Abubakar. And then when he noticed that there were too many placards, just like what you have in the past, he decided that, look, I can also fly this flag.
Now there is talk that PDP is wooing him and Atiku, who have left PDP. Jonathan too. For 2027. Is there fire in that talk, or is it just smoke? And would it be likely return to PDP?
No, this is in the public domain. You saw Professor Jerry Gana asking him. You saw the governor of Bauchi State asking him. You saw quite a number of PDP stalwarts talking about it. Even today, some of them are still asking him to come. He's not the only person. He's the most requested beautiful perfume, and he's humbled by it. He's humbled by those particular requests. He's not the only PDP that is asking him to come around.
Some have gone back.
About 7 political parties.
So is he going back?
Well, when you get to that road, we will cross it. But at the moment now, he's a member of the Labour Party. And he's...
And an alliance with the ADC.
Yes, exactly. In partner with ADC for election alliance in 2027. Very clear position that he has won. So
APC says Obi's recent political activities lack direction, principle, and consistency, and that his political influence is fading, while the Labour Party has become, like I said earlier, fractured and visionless. That's what APC says of your principle. Oh,
well, when they say things like that, that's to tell you that they are already scared stiff in their own pants. Let me explain. The most strongest tools that Peter Obi has is the Nigerian people. He's the only candidate as of today that can give you a block vote of Nigerians without shaking. only, he remained to be challenged. And that comprises of quite a number of people.
People say the North, he doesn't have quite an influence in the North.
I just come back from Jigawa State, and I met fantastic youth that have always been used for snatching of ballot paper and all. The obedient movement, which is the political machine who believes in the Obi political narrative, have 34 out of 37 existing structure within 1 year. Today, I will mark 1 year as leader of the obedient movement. All of these people believe in Obi. What you didn't see at that time, you are seeing it, and they are crossing into the world and local government. Go to Maiduguri, you will see them. Go to Yobe, you will
because
see them.
Because of time,
Go to Kano, you will see them.
Some say Peter Obi may be a good man. Maybe a good man. But how do you trust him with a company he now keeps in ADC, a party some are calling alliance of disgruntled candidates? And then just take this in your stride. This question of one term, that if he gets there, he might want to do one term. But people like you will say, no, you can't do one term. The Igbo people will say, his priest will say, it's your turn. Now, this is God made you to be there. Now, it might not be just him. I mean, like Jonathan in the past and all the other ones, will probably tell him, no, you can't leave now. You can't remember you can't leave now. What do you think about that?
It's an integrity-driven individual. An integrity-driven individual, which is what we do not see over the years in our country, is what Peter Obi replicates. And he said he will leave office on the 27th or 28th, day before the handing over. And let me say this. Not only will he leave office, we possibly, maybe, if we happen to be in cabinet with him, it's not a must, because there may be more competent people than us. But ours is just to ensure that we have a person of integrity who can drive this particular process and change the narrative in Nigeria. We will even leave him completely. Me, Mr. Tanko, if I'm fortunate to be, I will resign if he did not complete that, if he did not make to that particular promises that he made to the Nigerian people. And I can tell you for sure, from what I saw and what I heard from him and our discussion over and over again, Mr. Peter Obi, he's telling you that 100% on the night before the handing over, he will have handed over his own document and then he's out. And he will have been able to change the narrative for Nigerians.